will be for 2 weeks because I'm leaving for Thailand, I think in 16 or 18 days. So I don't want to have any challenges or any responsibilities when I go to Thailand. So basically, this challenge is called 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 1. And I know that you guys might think that that's weird and it's strange. But it just came to me today. It just came up today. And basically, it comes down to this. I'm going to share my screen with you guys so that you guys can see what it is that I just like put it into a presentation just to show you guys more in detail. So this is basically what it is. So the challenge is called 2 plus 2 plus 2 equals 1. So the main thing is to be 1% better than you were yesterday. Okay, so that's where the 1 comes in. But that 1 is also for the big goal, the thing that you want to achieve. Because like I've told, like shown people, and I've spoken about it a lot, it's the small steps that you take that eventually get you to the big one. You don't just pick up a book and finish reading it within one day. Yes, it's possible, but you have to read like 5 pages a day to get to the whole book. So this is where it comes down to. It'll be basically when we read through the next steps, you'll understand what I'm saying. So the main goal about this challenge is to be 1% better than what you were yesterday. So that can be, your 1% can differ from mine. Not necessarily going to say it's the same. You know what 1% better is. Like, I'm not asking you to be 50%, 100%, 90%, 70% better than what you were yesterday. I'm asking you to be 1% better than what you were yesterday. And at the end of the day, you don't owe it to me. You don't owe it to your mom, your dad, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. You owe it to yourself. And the only way that we will reach the main goals that we have is by doing that, by being 1% better every day. So where the 2's come in. So the first 2 is for 2 easy tasks or goals, whatever you want to call them for that day. That can be doing the dishes before bed, making your bed doing the dishes before you go to bed, making your bed in the morning. Those are easy tasks. I mean, it's as easy as brushing your teeth. I mean, whatever, like, once again, yours will be different than mine. But I know the things in my life that I struggle with, doing the dishes before bed being one of them. Making my bed in the morning, I started that long ago, so that's a normal thing for me now. But I know that doing the dishes every night before I go to bed is an issue for me. So if I can start doing that, I go to bed completing a task. So I will automatically feel motivated when I get into bed. I will feel like I've accomplished something. Even if that's the only thing that I did differently today, if that's the only 1% that I added to my day, it's going to make a difference in my mindset, the way I feel when I go to bed, the thoughts that I think, the way I wake up tomorrow morning. So that is where the first 2 comes in. The second 2 is 2 moderate tasks. So that can be reading 5 pages, eating healthy. Eating healthy might sound easy, but trust me, it's not. Like, we enjoy to snack on things that we shouldn't be snacking on. It's easier to come home than to cook a healthy meal to just order in. Drinking water might sound easy, but I know a lot of people that don't drink water. They don't even drink 500 mils of water a day. So that can be your goal, starting by drinking a liter of water today. Water is very important for us. And I don't think we understand how vital water is and the kind of water that we drink. But that's a topic for another day. Another example is journaling. That's the thing that I used to struggle with. But at the end of the day, I came to a realization of how important it is to journal, to write down how you felt that day, what you went through. And eventually you'll start to pick up the cycles in your life. Because I believe that your life is like the seasons: summer, winter, spring, autumn. And all of those things, you will pick that up in your life, that your life has different seasons as well. Like, I know now that in September, like, there's a major shift that takes place in my life. Either I move somewhere or I start a big new challenge, or whatever the case may be. But I know that's the only way that I've picked that up is through journaling and through being aware of my life and the things that I do. And that's why journaling is very important. So that can be part of your moderate task. Like I said once before, mine and yours will be different, but you know deep down within what is a moderate, not an easy, not a hard, but a moderate task for you. And then the last one is 2 hard tasks. So hard for you, if you're anything like me, waking up early, that is hard. But that can be something that you can implement into your life for the next 2 weeks. Exercise. Nobody wants to exercise. But I'm not saying go join a gym and exercise for 45 minutes. I'm saying go outside and walk around the block. Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Instead of taking a taxi to work, walk. I'm talking to myself now. Little things. And that's where this comes to. Don't set yourself up for failure. Don't expect yourself to read 10 pages a day if you haven't picked up a book in 2 years. Set yourself up to read 1 page. Because I promise you, eventually you're going to want to pick it up, because nobody just reads 1 page of a book. Another thing that you can do, just drive to the gym. Don't go in. If you've got a gym membership and you've gymmed before and you've done this, just drive to the gym. Like, you don't even have to go inside. That's where the 1% comes from. Yesterday, you didn't drive to the gym, but today you drove to the gym. You might not have gone in, but you drove there. So that's where the 1%, being 1% better, doing 1% extra. Instead of putting your dishes and your cups and your glasses on the table, put it in the zinc. You were 1% better, because usually you would just put it on the counter in the kitchen. You wouldn't put it in the zinc. And then you go, instead of just putting your glass in the zinc, actually rinse it and just put it on the side. And then eventually you'll instead of putting it on the counter, you'll put it in the zinc, you'll rinse it, you'll dry it, and you'll put it away. Can you understand what I'm saying? Like, how these habits start to form. And like, we've got all these goals that we want to do and all these things that we want to achieve, but we set ourselves up for failure because we think that now that these hard tasks can be, I have to exercise for 45 minutes. Nobody said you have to exercise for 45 minutes. You set yourself up for failure. You put that pressure on yourself. Just go around, walk around the block. Take the stairs instead of the elevator. Just that 1%. Eventually, you'll get into momentum, and your 1% will become the next 1% for the next day. So instead of taking a case of stairs, you're going to take 2, and you're going to push yourself like that. And I'm not saying that you have to push yourself beyond limits every day. Like, everybody knows their limits, but don't discourage yourself. The thing about this challenge is to just get into momentum, to show yourself that you are capable of doing small little tasks that will eventually add up to the big thing. So 2 easy tasks, 2 moderate tasks, 2 hard tasks. And you can change it to 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. It doesn't have to be 2, 2, 2. But I know that I, for myself, need like 2 easy tasks, easy things. I mean, how many hours do I have in a day? How many hours do I waste on social media? How many hours do I waste just sitting around? So I can take a few minutes out of my day and do these 6 tasks. And like I said, don't set yourself up for failure. If you're not sure how to do this, and you're not sure how to go about just being 1% better, send me an inbox message. I will help you. I will guide you through this. As you guys saw in the description, I'm looking for 3 people that's willing to do this challenge with me, that's willing to push themselves beyond their boundaries for the next 2 weeks. And it doesn't have to be serious, as challenges are supposed to be fun, because at the end of the day, you learn something about yourself, you learn about life, you learn about what you're capable of. And in the meantime, we can just have fun together. And then the last bit here, create habits, and achieving your goals will become easy. So that's the thing, that is where this all comes to, is by creating habits. And eventually, achieving your goals, whatever it might be, will become easy. If you want to lose weight, it starts with 1% every day, taking the stairs, walking around the block, walking, whatever the case may be, you know where you can improve as a person. And then I just thought that I would share this with you guys as well. How to create a good habit. So this comes from the book Atomic Habits. I've been on about it for quite a long time, but I really love this book because it's really changed my life, and the things that I've learned from this book has really changed my life in so many areas. And I always want to share about this book to people. So this is how to create a good habit. So the first law is the cue, to make it obvious. So for example, out of my own life, the first law, the cue is what I would do in the morning. I would put my pre-workout next to my lemon water that I drink in the morning. So when I wake up in the morning, I see my pre-workout, and I know that I need to drink my pre-workout with my lemon water. And after drinking my pre-workout, there's no backing out from exercise. So that's a cue to give an example. The second law, craving, make it attractive. I can't give you an example for that one off the top of my head. The third one, make it easy. Like I said, just that 1%. Instead of taking the elevator, take the stairs. Doesn't have to be complicated. Doesn't have to be complicated. And then the fourth one, the fourth law is the reward. Make it satisfying. And I think by just being 1% better than what you were yesterday, that is satisfying enough to go to bed knowing that you actually accomplished something. You were actually 1% better today. And you invested in yourself. You invested in your health. You invested in your wealth, maybe. Maybe in your business. Maybe in your family life. Maybe in whatever the area of your life is that you know that you need attention and you need to work on. That is satisfying enough. And just to add to that, how to break a bad habit. So basically, you're just going to reverse all of those laws and then make it invisible, make it unattractive, make it difficult, make it unsatisfying. So yeah, you can see if your habits are too difficult, you're not going to do it. So you have to make your new habits easy in order for it to become a habit. And just to put it out there, I know that there's a saying that says a habit is formed within 21 days. That's not true. A habit is formed by how many times you do it. So the more times you repeat that habit or that thing, the more times you repeat it, that will eventually become a habit. Like brushing your teeth in the morning, that's a habit. Like you don't have to think about you have to brush your teeth. It just comes normally or naturally. So the only way to ground or to root a habit is by doing it after or repetitively, like over and over and over and over and over. That's the only way. So yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys. I hope that was informative, and I really hope that there are going to be some people that are going to jump on this challenge with me. I'm going to start it tomorrow. So if you want to inbox me right now and then we'll get chatting straight away. But thank you for everybody that joined in. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching with me. Thank you for those that have shared this video as well. Please feel free to do so. Share it with your friends, your family. And even though if you don't want to start tomorrow, you want to start on a later time, you're more than welcome to do so. Still inbox me, pop me a message, and I'll still help you, guide you. Doesn't matter when you want to start. But yeah, let's get it going. Let's get it started so that we can make the best of 2020 and